thanks to one of my, and you'll be able to forgive the air quotes here, friends, JOKEHUNK, I've had the pleasure of getting to try out 4 of Breakthrough Gaming's games for the PS4 on my PS5, all of which are black and white single character games that generally have between 1 to 3 buttons. They're only €1 a piece, and Joke gave me €5, so I'll buy one more of them when another one gets ported out, but I felt having played 4 of them, I would be qualified to give a definitive statement here. And I apologise if you can hear my dog snoring in the background, but she's a very sleepy pupper. The Breakthrough Gaming's games are atrocious trash that seemingly only exist to try and get euros out of people who want to buy them for the platinums. I've gotten 2 platinums out of the 4 games, because 2 of them were incredibly easy to get the platinum for, and 2 of them were virtually impossible. So let's have a quick look at each game. This one is track, and you have a single button, the X button, to jump over things. And each level, it gets faster. I almost got the platinum for this one, but you have to get to level 6, and in level 5, the hurdles go really fast. Faster than my aging reflexes can manage. But that's it. That's the game. There's no high scoreboards. Like, there's nothing that tracks your best distance or best time if that was different from your distance, because you don't have any movement controls like be able to move faster or slower, or even be able to move your character further to the left to give you more time to react to the things coming from the right hand side of the screen. This is the entire game, is you just press X to jump, and if your reactions are fast enough, you'll get a platinum trophy out of it. And this isn't even the worst game of the 4. Let's move on. This one is baseball. You've got 2 buttons. You've got left and you've got right. And you have to catch the balls as they land. That's it. That's the entire game. And it gets faster as it goes on, so it becomes more and more difficult to try and tell where they're going to land. But as you can see, you have absolutely no indication before they arrive on screen as to where they're actually going to land, which makes it very easy to miss one. The only reason I was able to get the platinum for this one is that there's a video guide you can follow, because the first time you boot up the game, the balls will land in the same spots to catch 15 of them for the platinum. But you have no sound effects, no visual cues of any kind to be able to tell where the ball is going to land from the right hand side of the screen, which, as you can imagine, as the speed increases, means it can be quite plausible that you'll be too slow to actually physically move your character underneath the ball before it lands, and you're out. You have no speed up or slow down controls, you have no dash. It's literally just move left and right at a single speed until you catch 15 of them to get the platinum. And this isn't even the worst game of the 4. This is Avoid Them, where some balls fall from the sky, and unlike the baseball game, you want to avoid them. This is the other game that I got the platinum for. I didn't follow a video walkthrough for this one, I just got lucky with dodging the balls, because they're entirely random. You can't really tell where they're going to be landing from in the later stages because they move so fast and there's so many of them. Oh, and you have no sort of hit protection or hit stun or anything like that. So if you get hit by a ball and there's another one directly above it, you won't be able to move out the way of it in time to be able to avoid getting hit by that one too. And just like in baseball, you move left and right. That's your only 2 buttons. We've actually been going in numerical order for buttons, and the first game we played had 1, and the last game and this game have 2 buttons you can press, where you can move left and right. And that's it. That's the entire game, is you just dodge balls. And when you get hit, it says ouch. And if you manage to get through an entire wave without taking a hit, you'll get an extra life, which you'll need to get the platinum, because, as you can see, they start arriving thick and fast. And once you get hit too many times, you're back to the start of the game. And this isn't even the worst of the 4. Finally, we come to Space 2, the most complex of the games, because you can move your character in 4 different directions, and you've got an attack button on X. You can mash it if you like, but you can also just hold it for auto-fire. And you might think to yourself, hang on a second, CJ, this one looks like an actual game. This one looks like a space shoot-'em-up that you can play and enjoy. And I almost got the platinum for this one. But you see, the problem is those asteroids that come from the left. Because all of the bad guys come from the right. Those asteroids from the left, you have no indication whatsoever of when they're going to be coming at you. So, in order to get even to the last level like I did, you kind of need to stick yourself to one small corner, because the asteroids can come from in the top middle, or bottom middle, or directly behind you. And as with all the other games, it gets faster as you go on. So, a single hit, and you're back to the start. And the fact that they can attack from the left with no visual or audio cues whatsoever makes this one the worst game, because it's the closest to actually being a realized game, like an actually good game. Like, this could have been quite a playable little shooter if they hadn't had asteroids that come in from the left that murder you with no recourse whatsoever. And that's what makes this one the worst one. Because you can just die. With no continues, no lives, no shields, just the game decides arbitrarily, nah, you're dead now. At least with the other ones, you know, you could, well, track game at least, you've got reactions, will get you through it if you're fast, though eventually you'll hit a ceiling there and you'll die. The baseball game has entirely random positioning, so it's pretty much the case of luck and then you die. The Void one, luck and then you die. This is the one that actively feels like it hates you. Which is like, oh, were you in the middle of the screen there? Oh, there's an asteroid from left, you're dead. Start the whole game over. Man. Breakthrough gaming games. They're €1. Don't buy them. They're not worth €1. They're really not.